What's up, everybody? This is the Creators Table, and I have a special guest today. Happens to be my big brother. We've known each other for um, years, and I think um, we've talked about this for a little while, and I think it's time for us to just connect and to show the world and tell the world some things that we see in some ways that we think this issue of men and mental health can be helped of some sort. So I'm going to start it off. Bert, tell us who you are, a little bit about yourself, and then we'll jump right into the conversation.
Well, I'm Bert. I've been Drew's fan for a long time. I'm pretty sure most of the people watching this are gonna know who I am. Um, yeah, I'm just a dad, man. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I'm a homeschool teacher.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's what I do. That's what I do.
Bert has also taught me a lot about fatherhood. I had a chance to
Yeah.
be with him and Gray for a good little while before Gray went to school and stuff to learn fatherhood before I had my little one, which was
Yeah.
it's a blessing. So let's jump right into it, Bert.
Yeah.
I'm going to start off by just asking some questions, and then you can answer them however you want. For everybody that's going to be listening to this or listening now, it's an honest
Okay.
conversation. This is how we talk to each other, and this is how we want people to understand. So, do you feel that with everything that's going on, that men are not heard as much?
I think men aren't heard, but I feel like men don't really speak either.
Okay,
Does that
explain
make
that.
sense? Because it's well, first of all, men aren't supposed to be weak, show emotion, blah, blah, blah. We could go down the whole category of, but I think as a man, it's not okay in society, anyways, to talk about how you feel in a sense of your mental and emotional state. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And it's a problem. But I don't. I wish men felt comfortable to speak out, but I also understand why they don't feel comfortable to speak out. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Why do you think as a man? Why do you think men don't feel comfortable to speak out?
Well, I think it looks like it's weak. It shows weakness. It shows weakness. Even nobody wants to show a side of weakness. I mean, we can talk. You know, that too is we have wives or girlfriends or somebody that you're with that you could kind of talk to and shadow. Shout out to my lady. She's awesome. She helps me, but that's another story. Um, but it's it's fear to be looked at as weak. I honestly believe it. I could be wrong, but it also is the vulnerability of it because um like for instance, like in my case, I don't talk like this is the first time I'm publicly speaking about issues that I've dealt with that I probably talked to you about.
Yep.
All this all this men's mental health is new to me, bro. Like I didn't know about this. Like I didn't know I was 36 years old and have freaking, panic attacks, anxiety attacks, be depressed and deal with all this stuff that messes with your mind and your
Yeah. Yeah.
physical,
Absolutely.
you know. But I don't think anybody really is prepared to handle it, especially men.
You think it's because you think we as men or men in general can struggle with mental health because we never had language for it growing up? Like, growing up, having a father or not, where it's rare that someone teaches you how to open up emotionally. I know I'd never been taught how to open up emotionally. You think that has something to do with it?
Absolutely. I mean, I grew up with a dad,
Hmm.
but I also grew up with a dad who was great dad, but I knew he held a lot of stuff in. You
Yeah,
get what I'm saying?
yeah,
And he died of a heart attack when he was 39 years old. And all that stuff is connected, man. Like if you're honest, if you look at, you get nervous, you get anxious, your heart start beating fast,
yeah.
and so I think nobody's taught about it. I think for little boys is especially, what even if you have an awesome dad, you just you it's it's like I don't want to get anybody mad or say it's a double standard, but women are taught to show their emotions,
I agree. I agree.
even anger. Um, Whereas men, you could show anger, but you can't be sensitive, bro. Like, you know, we only cry when somebody dies,
Yeah, I
or
agree with that. I definitely agree
you
with
get
that.
what
I
I'm
see it
saying?
often. I see it
And
often.
I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm not trying to. I don't mean it like. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I don't want to make it a man woman thing. I think strong women are awesome and emotional. That's just not the. I'm not trying to start that, but I just it's Drew. This stuff is paralyzing, bro. It's
Hmm.
paralyzing.
Hmm.
So the thing is there's so many levels to this stuff, and people acknowledge the surface level of it. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, I'm just gonna tell you personally, it might be. I go through days where I don't want to do nothing.
Hmm.
I don't want to talk to nobody.
Hmm.
Like, and you know, and then it affects your body. You shake. You dizzy. You feel things in your body that you shouldn't. But that's a whole nother subject for another day, I think, because that's going.
You can talk now. We're
you
talking.
know. But it's
We're
you know what I'm
here.
saying. It's sad. How many people can you call and pick up the phone and tell them that you having a rough day and you think you might be having anxiety? How many people could you call out of your friends? You
Not
don't
a
have to lot. answer the question. I'm just, you know,
not
I'm just,
yeah, you know what? Not a lot. And for everybody who's hearing this, we're just for everybody who's watching on Instagram Live. This is my podcast, so you guys will see it come out next week. But you know what I think it could be too. I think we're so afraid because we haven't been taught how to do it that we just won't do it with somebody that we're comfortable with. Like so, for most of you
yeah.
guys who don't know, outside of this, I have a relationship with Bert, and Bert knows I'm not a handyman. So ever whenever I would have handyman issues, I would call Bert or I would text Bert and be like, yo, how did I do this? How should I do this? Right. I don't have it with me. I just used it last night. So Bert bought me a drill, right? And the drill is freaking amazing. It literally surpassed the one I had before that by a long shot. And for me, he had no idea, but for me, my dad never knew how to build things. He never knew how to fix things and all of that. So in that incidents or in that time of my life, me asking him questions about how to fix things was very vulnerable.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I felt really embarrassed because I was like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to put these nails in. And then I'm watching Bert, and Bert was just doing it with ease. Like,
Mhm.
oh, you can just easily put this together. But I think as men, I think we struggle sometimes with just knowing like, hey, I could probably talk to this person and not have to feel embarrassed because they're not going to judge what I don't know. Because there's an area of life that all of us don't really know. So
Absolutely.
I think it could be that too, that we have to be okay as men being vulnerable at first sometimes with another guy
Yeah.
who we
Yeah.
might trust and not think that we're putting a burden on them. You agree to that?
Yeah. I agree 100%. But I feel like some people do feel like that though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I could call you, and this is just hypothetical. I could call you one day and you're with me. You riding with me. You're on the phone. We're talking. An hour goes by and it's great. But then I could call you a week later and you might be going through some shit yourself.
Yeah.
And you probably like,
Like I'm going through the same thing or similar.
I don't want to talk to this dude, man. Like I ain't got this. I don't got it in me to hear this again, which is understandable. We're all people. Again, I'm just trying to make light of the situation. I'm not trying to. But a lot of what the thing is. My dad taught me. Now this is the thing. My dad always told me, even if you know something, act like you don't when you're talking to somebody that knows what they're talking about.
Big fact. Big
Because
fact.
even if you're a fitness instructor and I was a fitness instructor, a boxing coach, vice versa. You, it doesn't matter. Like you could know more than I do. You and people don't. It's humility too. It's a lot of humility. Personally, like I go out in public. People think I look mean. I got RBF. Amber said I got RBF. You know what that means.
Bert's not
So
mean. Bert's
no,
Bert's literally not mean.
no, and I love saying hi to people. I love talking to people. Like if you talk to me, I'll talk to you. But men don't. Some men think it's cool to be out there looking like a tough guy, bro. And I
Wait,
don't mean
wait, wait. So usually I'm not a bigger guy, right? I lift weights, but I'm not a bigger guy. And usually as soon as I walk past a guy, you can feel him like sizing up and I'm like, I'm trying to
intimidated.
get out of the store. I'm not even
Nah, dude.
looking,
Nah,
I'm not
dude.
even looking at you or anything. I'm trying to get out of the store.
I probably would have smiled at you and said, "What's up to you,
Yeah, I
bro?"
would have. I would have been like, yo, especially now, we're like we realizing that men are going through like so
Yeah.
much things. I'm like, bruh, you got this. Like, hold on. I'm not trying to compete against the next man.
No, and that's the problem because it's a lot of testosterone and humility, my friend. It's
Yeah.
called humility. That's what people don't understand. And men could help each other if they weren't on this level. I put a TikTok video up yesterday, and I said, you know what it is? A lot of men define each other by their status, whether it be financially,
Yeah.
the jobs they have. I had a great job. I had a great job where I was getting paid a lot of money, brother. Okay. So now I'm the stay at home dad and I'm teaching my kids, which is a blessing. I
Blessing.
wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't, if I could do it all over again, I would do it the same exact way. Okay. So you go and you meet these men. You ever met a man and be like, "Yeah, you know, so and so worked for so and so." I didn't ask you where he worked. I asked you who he was.
Who he was.
Or let me know that I know Drew. Yeah, he married, he got a couple kids, you know. Good dad, good guy. I don't care if you work where you work or what
Mm-hmm.
kind of car you drive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but I say that like to say this weighs on men. Some men, it puts them to this place where they're not where everybody else is.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think why? Because we're judged and we build our identity based on what we do. And that you ever see like someone who used to be like a football star or
yeah,
a sports star and like they get
yeah,
injured and all of a sudden like they fall into like the deepest depression and
yeah,
things like that. They become one with what they do versus who they are. And that's where the danger could come in at. But something you said that I want to just highlight is men could be helping each other.
they
It,
could.
it's gonna take a little
Why?
while. And this is no shade thrown at women at all. It's gonna
Yeah,
take a little while for a woman to understand the language of a man because he's not gonna always come out and just be like, "Today I feel depressed."
yeah,
He's just not gonna do that, right?
yeah,
He's not gonna do that for the sake of that's just not what he's gonna do. But he might just show signs, and I think other men can pick up on that a little easier because that's just our language is you gotta do things to make sure people around you are straight. And
yeah,
you said like that that looks like a badge of honor, but then after a while, it's like, yo, but who checks in? Who checks in with me? So
yeah,
something that I think that we both started getting better at is just like somehow checking in with each other.
yeah,
And for that sake, because it's easy to think he's too busy, he has a lot going on, so I don't want to bother him, vice
yeah,
versa. But now coming to a place to be like, yo, that's my brother.
yeah,
If he can't help me, he can listen.
yeah,
Sometimes
definitely.
that can be a big help completely where no one's judging you or things like that.
Well, that's another thing too is you know say judging or like dude like somebody's always gonna have an issue with you.
Yep.
You're always gonna say something that doesn't please somebody. So I try to keep that same vibe with people that I speak to.
Yeah.
Like if you get what I'm saying, men men united is a powerful, 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 powerful thing.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
if it's 100%, if it's 100%, because people can say whatever. We all deal with the same shit, Drew.
Yeah,
We all deal with it. It might be like different surroundings, kind of, or different. It's we all deal with the same stuff,
all of us, all of us.
And I even went to the point where I was like, I was talking to Amber, and I was like, I'm gonna put an email out there because I want guys to reach out to me, like I want
Beautiful,
to.
beautiful.
I even did a TikTok and I said, yo, message me. I had a few guys message me, and it wasn't no message complaining about their life. It was guys saying like, yo, thank you just for putting that post up.
Wow,
You
wow.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And that's the thing. And it's even when somebody, God bless you, man. I pray for these guys. I could take 2 minutes out of my day to pray for somebody I don't know.
absolutely, absolutely.
So I think it's a lot, Drew. It's a lot. It's a lot. I joke, we're laughing, I'm sitting here, but it's a lot, bro. It's that anxiety, depression is no joke, bro. It's
No,
not.
no, no. And I applaud you for reaching out to those people. I saw the TikTok, and then I think I had said something a long time ago, like maybe you're the person that can be like a help to these people. Sometimes
Yeah,
I always felt the things that we struggle with the most, um, usually is an indicator of the things that we're supposed to do to help others.
I
Um,
agree.
I know
I
for
agree.
me, one like no one knows it, but one of my biggest struggles was confidence.
Yeah.
I always felt I was too short. I always
Mm,
felt like I was too dark. I always
mm,
had that thing hanging over my head that I didn't know how to do like certain things
yeah.
like that. So now I just like half of my goal is to just help people build confidence,
Yeah.
learn things, and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
we're gonna be doing these often, guys. You're gonna be seeing this on the podcast once a week. But I'm gonna leave Bert. He didn't know this, but we're gonna ask him some rapid fire questions, right?
Oh
Well,
shit.
he has about 10 seconds to answer each
Yeah.
question, and then we're
Let's
out of here.
do it.
Okay, you ready, Bert?
Let's do it. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Eminem or Skittles?
Skittles.
Oh, all right, all right. Breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
Jeez. All right. Apollo Creed or Rocky Balboa?
Oh God.
This may end it off. He says the wrong name.
I like Apollo Creed,
Oh
man.
my gosh. All
I
right.
like Apollo. I can't. That's not
Oh
even
my
fair. Next
gosh.
question.
All right. Favorite movie?
My favorite movie.
Yep.
You ready?
I'm
Roadhouse
scared.
with Patrick Swayze.
What the freak?
You ever saw it? Don't knock me until you watch it, bro. Don't laugh
I
at me,
saw it, but I didn't think anybody would use Patrick
bro.
Swayze
Watch
for
it.
their favorite movie.
Favorite actor
They
ever.
would say like Ghost or something like that, but
No, absolutely not.
jeez. All right. Patrick Swayze, bruh?
Love Patrick Swayze. He's a man,
Yo, you're
dog.
like a 90-year-old man
I'm
with
an old
Patrick
soul,
Swayze
B.
here.
I'm an
All right.
old soul.
Yo, definitely iPhone or Android.
iPhone.
Thank you. If anyone has an Android, please get your life together. Please
Throw it out
fix
the
your life
window.
because you are definitely not in a good place. Last one. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
Oof. I want to live in London.
Yo, I literally just told someone yesterday I want to live in Paris.
It's been my dream since I was a kid, guy.
Yo, you see?
Yeah.
You
Yes.
see? I have
Yes.
no
We're
idea
going.
what goes on there, but I want to live there.
I don't care. Let's.
I have no idea what goes on there, but I'm like, yeah, I want to live there
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
So, Bert, tell the audience where they can find you at. Let's give them your Instagram and your TikTok,
My
and then
ins.
we'll be out.
My Instagram is big86bert. I'm correct. Damn, Drew, you put me on the spot. Now I don't know.
I don't know the Instagram, but
And then my TikTok is big underscore underscore Bert. That's it. So check me out.
So guys, we're happy that Bert came by today. We're gonna be doing these weekly, so you'll hear some good conversation between two guys who are normal people who are striving to make it better for men out here who are struggling. So, guys, make sure you check out the episode. Make sure also you go follow Bert on TikTok and Instagram. And I will see you later, guys. Take care.
Thanks, guys.